Well, there's a place I've come to know well, led by a man named Sty. He's full of stories, he is quite a guy. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite the guy. If you're feeling lonely, come and make a friend. If you need a story, on Sty you can depend. His voice is soothing like a lullaby. Sometimes he brings a tear to my eye. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite the guy.
Oh, what did we have happen? Oh no. Well, let's see if that does the trick. I don't know what happened. It was an error over on the StreamYard side. All of a sudden, StreamYard put up this message, boom, got rid of my background, gave me blue screen, and it said I had to restart my browser. All on the StreamYard side. Not good. Don't like that happening. It's happened once before last week. Don't like that. Yeah. Chowser goes, where'd he go? Okay, I'm going to shout out to the folks out in the chat. Chiba B was here first. She jumped in, said she promises she'll be back. Step Van Dan came in right behind her. It's great to see you, Step Van Dan. Then we had Tim with Kirk Whipper Voyager Center. Always good to see him. Light up that campfire. Cindaloo. There's Cindaloo. It's not up around the campfire without Cindaloo. And who else we got in here? Justin Anderson jumped in. There he is. And Bill says he'll be here shortly. Everything's spicy. Gotta keep it spicy. Well, look at here. Nur Zanera Vlogs. That's new. It's good to see you. Welcome to the campfire. We'll hang around the campfire. Oh, and there's King Bluto. There he is. Hey, hey. Good to see you. And Chowser, of course. Fox. Where'd you go? He's saying, hope all is well tonight. Yeah, all's pretty good. Yeah, I had kind of a busy day today. I put a couple hours into working on a YouTube project. And then I put a about 2.5, 3 hours into more unpacking and getting the house straightened away. And then I put a couple hours into just regular YouTubing chores. So um, that Charles is saying, been a while since I was fully involved in an episode of Around the Campfire. Yeah, yeah. The the project I'm doing is taking all my 200 plus Sty stories and putting them into volumes and chapters. And because over 100 of those are done in live streams, there's only a 10 to 15-minute Sty story in a 2 to 5 hour live stream. Well, I got to cut the Sty story out and put it into volumes and chapters. It's a lot of work, but I'm having a good time because I have to watch each one of those over again, and I have to edit all of them. Well, the live streams, when I pull those up, I'm finding I'll skip through and I'll watch certain parts of live streams. And boy, we had some fun ones, that's for sure. Definitely. The some of them were pretty extreme. Where they went for hours and hours. I mean, it was ridiculous. It's crazy. And I watched one today, the one that one, there's really not a Sty story in it, but it was done on a Sty story Sunday, and it was called Buttermilk and BS. Well, I looked through the whole thing to see, is there a Sty story buried in it that I want to cut out, put into the volumes and chapters? Well, there wasn't, but I had fun watching it because that's where I convinced Phil, Everything Spicy, to come on panel with me. I had Phil and I had Crazy Ann and Samantha Lee's Originals on panel with me. And Phil and I sat and ate peanut butter with Miracle Whip sandwiches and drank buttermilk. I love them. I just love them. I used to eat those peanut butter and Miracle Whip sandwiches and drink buttermilk just as an evening snack. Loved it. Loved it. Phil, totally different story. That boy cannot do buttermilk. He just, oh my gosh, it turns his stomach so bad. And I watched that today while I was doing my editing, and I laughed at Phil so hard. It was good to see. It was good to see the old days when we did some pretty crazy stuff, man. Hey, Mr. Fulton, good to see you. It's his 23rd birthday. Really? Really? Yeah. Holy smokes, you're almost only a third of my age. Well, actually, that would have made you 69. That'd make you 4 years older than me if you were 3 times that age. Yeah, I had a heck of a time today. I'm going through it. I've never shown you folks these tote bags that I use for moving. They're these great big black kind of ripstop fabric bags with big zippers on them and these big carry handles. And they're big. And I had 10 of those full. I'm down to, what do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I still got 7 to get completely empty yet. Out of those 7, there's like 4 of them that are partially full. Today, I was tearing into one and getting everything out of it. Came across my PlayStation 2 and my PlayStation 3. They're heading upstairs after the stream tonight, getting hooked up to my big television in the bedroom. So I can sit there in bed at night, play PlayStation, the old stuff, play the old stuff. Downstairs here, it's all PS4. But yeah, it's just so much. And Chaucer, everybody's saying happy birthday to Mr. Fulton. And of course, Chaucer's got to say, you're still a baby, Mr. Fulton, but happy birthday. You're still a baby. There's Blake Hurst. Hey, I've been pretty good, Blake. How about yourself? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing real well. Uh, yeah, yeah. The boy, I tell you what, I was one that I used to love winter camp, and I don't winter camp anymore. At 65, you just you're just not so into it. But I used to love cold winter nights with a roaring nice campfire, man. You have a really good campfire and it's cold and sitting out. Oh, it feels so good to be by that fire. I wouldn't want to be out there tonight. The last I checked, it's -3, right? That was about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. So it's probably about -5, -6 right now. It's supposed to get down like -10 or so. But we got wind chill advisories all night, um, as low as 30 below wind chills. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to be outdoors trying to tend a campfire tonight because it would have to be a bonfire for this old boy to want to sit around it. Yeah. Blake Hurst says, just chilling. And I'm talking about how cold it is up here in northern Wisconsin. Now, Step Van Dan was saying that it's really cold up there, Minnesota. Yeah, he's over in Minnesota. Their temps are pretty doggone close to ours all the time. And I know when I'm freezing, Step Van Dan was freezing a few hours before me, I bet you. Yeah. Yeah, it's cold. It's cold enough. We got thermostat set at about 70 here. They're never we don't set it over 70. And the furnace waits till it hits about 65 and it kicks on, brings it back to 70, runs a while and shuts it down. Well, the furnace seems to be cycling a little bit more tonight. Last night too, it was sub-zero weather last night. But I noticed today, it's been so doggone cold now for a few days that when that furnace kicks off and it starts coming down into around 65, it starts feeling really chilly. You can feel that cold air trying to seep into the house. Boy, you can feel it if you get up close to the doors or the windows. And fortunately, my studio is almost central in the house, so it stays pretty comfortable. In general, it's pretty comfortable in this spot. I wouldn't want to be sitting next to them windows today. Blake says we got cold rain setting in right now. See, I don't like the cold rain anymore either. Used to be I didn't care about it. It didn't matter to me if it was raining and even if it was cold. I just put the old rain gear on and go out and that stuff. Now it's like I look at it and go, yeah, it can do that out there. Yeah. Cindy Lou says I do a lot of camping in a tent, but now I do a lot of car camping. That's why I got the adventure trailer, because I like tents. I really do. But I use the CPAP machine, to sleep. And I need a deep cycle battery to run the CPAP machine. So even if I set a tent up, I got to pack that dang battery out to be able to run that machine. So it's not. And the adventure trailer is so nice because I can just pull it into a spot wherever I want to camp, level it out, walk in, pull my kayak out of it, walk in, put things in place. My hammock hangs on the wall, it just pulls off, stretches across, boom, I'm ready. CPAP machine. I got a spot just for that. I get set up, and I got my four deep cycle batteries, and the I can run a minimum of 21 days off of the batteries I have in that trailer, on board in that trailer. I can run that CPAP machine for 21 days minimum. The most I got out of it was 29 days out of 4 batteries without any recharge. Hey, Ingalls family just popped in, saying cheers to everybody. Hi. And there's plain old Chuck. These old bones don't do the ground anymore, LOL. That's me too. Even if I tent camp, man, I want to throw a cot up. I want to throw a cot in the tent. Yeah. Hey, we got somebody in the basement. I'm bringing them up here right away. Look at this guy. Thanks for sharing me out, bud.
What's up, man?
That was cool. I saw Phil shared me out, and then pop, he showed up in the basement. Yeah.
So how you doing?
I see Guani's here, saying hi to everybody else.
What's up, Guani?
Cinderlou's saying, come to Arizona with your camper and live in it. You can go to
Chuck? Justin.
Yeah, I would love to. I'd love to, but at this stage of the game, this old boy with my health and shit, now I don't know how far I'm willing to go for how long. Taking a week-long or 2-week-long trip somewhere, I'm up for it. I'm game for it. But any long-term kind of moves, I don't know. It's just a hassle. It's just now that with this move, hell, I've been in here since Christmas, and I'm not even close to settled. But boy, am I going to hold a yard sale. Holy shit. Yeah.
We were going to move years ago from this house when we packed up a bunch of stuff, and underneath our stairs that goes upstairs, we still got probably about 6 boxes of stuff that we packed up that we've never unpacked.
Yeah.
And my wife's like, I told my wife, I said, why don't we just go through there and throw all that shit up? She goes, there's good stuff in there. So you wouldn't know it. You haven't been in it in 15 years.
It might have been good when you put it there, but God knows. You might have had trolls living under there using that shit,
I do know I have a bald eagle underneath there somewhere, a ceramic piece that I bought, but I'll be damned if I want to go through all that shit to find it.
Well, that was today. I got 7 of these big totes, these big ripstop totes, and 3 of them are maybe half full. The others are full. And I'm digging through one today, and I go, oh, there they are. I found my PS2 and my PS3, because right now up in my bedroom I got the television up there, but I got no TV because I don't have Roku on it, and I didn't have either PlayStation. Well, if I have the PS3 on it, then I get Amazon Prime and Netflix and a few other things, and plus I can play PlayStation. Well, I found them today, and I'm like, I've been looking for them ever since I got here. And just by luck, I came across them in one of the bags. And it was a bag that I was in a hurry to fill. So I had stuck those 2 machines in there and all the cabling. There's no way all that cabling goes to those 2 machines. So I started looking, and I'm going, oh, well, there's the power cord for the 3rd desktop I have. And oh, there's the charger for my laptop. And look at all these USB cables. And look at that stuff that I'm using running water stuff because I couldn't find my cables. Well, there they are. Yeah.
Are you like me, Sty? I've got cables in my house. I don't know what the hell they go to, but I don't dare throw them out because there's going to come a day when I want to use that device and I can't find the cable. And if I throw it out, it'll be in that stuff that I throw out. So I got all these cables for all this crap.
That's it.
I don't know what to do with.
That's it. When I sold after So X and I got divorced, and I sold everything we owned except for the basic stuff each of us kept. Everything else we had collected over the years, I sold it all. I found this big ass box. It was all cable. I mean, it's just all cables. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, wait. Everything electronic I own and that I'm going to keep are at my place and hers. And they all got their cables. So those cables, yeah, they probably belong to stuff that's in this huge storage unit. But what do I give a shit? Because none of them mean anything to me anymore. So I told people if there was an appliance or something sitting there and they're going, but where's the cable? I'd say probably in that big box right there. And they'd have to go over and dig through it. You find it. I ain't digging through that to find cables for all these things. I said, look at the prices on this shit. That's the price without the cable. If I got to find the cable, then I'm going to price it like it's worth something. Otherwise, everything's almost free. People didn't care. They go over, dig through that box, find the cable that would fit what they want to buy, and off they go with it, you know. But when the sale was done, I still had a half a box full of cables, but no more electric shit to sell. So I put free on that box, and I had two guys fighting over that box. I want it. No, I'm grabbing it. No, I want it. I said, hey, you guys, come on, split it then. You take half of it, he'll take half of it. No, that ain't got. I only want certain cables. Well, I'll tell you what, if you guys are going to separate shit, then I'm going to put a price tag on those things. I want 25 cents per cable. Well, that ain't right. Then they started talking to each other, and one of them said, I'll take the box and I'll let you pick through it with me, and we'll kind of split stuff up. So they worked it out finally. But, hey, Peppers, good to see ya.
What's up, Peppers?
Peppers.
What the hell?
I don't know if you were listening on your way home, but
no, I was already home when you started.
Oh, okay. Because I was telling them that today I was, I'm doing that Sty story project, putting it into volumes and chapters, and I got to take each one of those live streams, the 100 and some stories that were done on live streams, and cut out a little 10, 15-minute story out of a 3-hour, 5-hour, some of them, live stream. Well, one of them I downloaded today and was going to cut stories out of, and realized after skipping through it, in fact, it wasn't even intended that there was a story in it. The stream was the story. It was Buttermilk and BS. I laughed my ass off, Phil, watching you trying to choke down that buttermilk. You did the peanut butter and Miracle Whip sandwich pretty good, but boy, that buttermilk just
that's
really.
My kryptonite.
Oh, I laughed so damn hard. I feel weak tonight because of it. I laughed so damn hard.
Yeah. Buttermilk is not my thing.
I needed that though, because had Ann and Samantha on panel with the two of us while we were doing it, and Samantha kept saying, "Look at the look on his face. I think he hates you tonight." I said, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does." Yeah.
I do it to myself. I allow you to do it to me. Well, you had mentioned something about it in one of your streams before, and I said, I'll give it a shot. And I knew I still didn't like buttermilk, but I hadn't done it since Sherry McMillan challenged me to eat the liver and onions and drink a glass of buttermilk. And the glass of buttermilk was the worst part of that challenge.
I'll tell you what. Hey, bigger stuff, don't it? Good to see you. I'll tell you what though. I would challenge anybody to eat my wife's liver and onions and tell me they didn't like it. I got a friend where he would go into meat market, one of these meat markets where all the meat is open. It's in. You look through the glass and you say, "Give me a pound of that or a pound of that," or anything within a foot of raw liver. in that meat case, he won't buy it.
No?
He don't want nothing to do with no liver. No way in hell. He come up to our cabin out in Montana, way up in the back country, and I had butchered a couple of steers for a guy down in town, and part of my pay was there were certain things I got off of those steers. Well, one thing I got was the liver off of both of them. So we were going to have a nice big meal of liver and onions. Well, the way my ex-wife, makes it, it's to die for. She cuts the liver into small pieces and she flours it up and fries the onions. Then she makes a brown gravy with it, and you eat it over boiled potatoes. It's the frickin' die for.
Does the liver get like a buttermilk bath before she does that or not?
I don't recall.
Because I put mine in. I read a lot of stuff, and I had to put mine in butter. I put it in buttermilk for like 20 or 30 minutes before I drained all the buttermilk out, patted it dry, and then fried it up. It's supposed to get like some of the gaminess out of it. So,
yeah, hers never had that iron kind of taste to it. There's a lot of iron in liver, and that's why we ate a lot of it, is because it kept your iron count up. Kids didn't get anemic, and but she had to make it because she didn't care for liver unless it was made that way, and so she made it the way she could eat it. Well, this fella came up to the cabin. He goes, "God, whatever you're having for dinner sure smells good." He didn't see the raw liver. We told him it's liver and onions. He goes, "Oh, no." I said, "Come on, you got to be hungry, man." He goes, "I am, but I can't eat that." So she put a small plate together for him, said, "Here, try it." He says, "Oh, I can't eat liver." No way. She says, "Just try one piece." So he did. Oh, my God. He went back 3 times with that plate and loaded it up. And now he tries liver that other people make. And he goes, "Damn it, unless she makes it, I can't eat it." And yeah, she was. Well, Chuck says, "I just bought a quart of buttermilk last night." I'm mad at myself because I was at the store yesterday and I forgot to grab a quart. I was going to grab a quart. I can't drink milk. I had to dump out 2/3 of a gallon of milk today, and about 1/3 of a gallon of chocolate milk that Running Water had bought when he was here. He always buys his milk by the gallon because his stinking brother living with him would drink it all.
Sure.
And his brother's one of these where his glass is a quart, so he fills his glass and drinks that whole glass. And so Running Water says, I buy 2 full gallons, a gallon of chocolate, a gallon of regular milk. And he said, I get a glass of each out of it. And his brother would drink the rest. So he did the same thing this last trip home. Well, his brother don't live here anymore. I do. I don't drink milk. I can't. With my condition, I just can't drink. I can't get it down. But I drank about half of the chocolate milk she left.
Yeah.
But both of them started to turn, so had to dump them down the drain today. But I definitely want some buttermilk. Hey,
what's up, E-Waste Mike?
There's E-Waste. There he is.
Yep. Nope. That's something I'll try pretty much anything. I will try pretty much anything. And I do that only for the comedic part of it. But that's hard to swallow.
That's hard to swallow.
That's hard.
But
I bet anything, if you drink it enough, you probably could get used to it. I don't know that I could, but.
Oh man, I can remember even when I was a little kid. Oh man, if my mom said, "Hey, would you like a glass of buttermilk?" I'd knock people over to get in there and get my glass of buttermilk. I always have. There was never a time I didn't like buttermilk.
Well, and the funny thing, like buttermilk is like, all right, I like buttermilk pancakes, I like buttermilk biscuits, I like buttermilk,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I don't like buttermilk.
Right. The milk itself.
You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. If it's cooked in something, yeah, it's used to make something. Yeah.
because it's a buttery type milk, it makes buttermilk and things makes it better, except buttermilk in your glass. That's all.
I'll tell you what, the only buttermilk I don't like is when I was driving truck on the road, I'd haul powdered milk. Well,
Yeah.
I hauled a half a dozen truckloads of powdered buttermilk. They come in 40-pound bags, and they use a lot of it in these. Pillsbury buys it, all kinds of food manufacturers use it, and it was coming out of Wisconsin, of course, dairy capital of the world. I don't care what California says. They say, well, we produce more milk than Wisconsin now, so we're the dairy capital. No, 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 no. Dairy capital is based on the quality, not the quantity, you dopes. That's why we're the cheese state, too. But that powdered buttermilk, I had one load. I don't know what they did. They rubbed up against the pallet with a forklift or something and tore some of the bags. And it was hot, humid, and raining like a son of a bitch. I ended up with that buttermilk all over my clothes, just soaked in, sticky. I smelled like an old turd for days because of the stink from that stuff. It comes out of them bags and it's a dark, almost butter color, It's pretty nasty. Hey, Scott K, good to see you.
You're plain old Chuck says Oreos dipped in buttermilk. And you know what? I would say if you took an Oreo and dipped it in buttermilk, I'd probably like that. The sweetness of the buttermilk and the creaminess. Because I like it, like a regular Oreo dipped in milk. It was just straight buttermilk.
Yeah, Justin, you're right. In California, they don't have mom and pop dairy farms there. No, I don't think there is such a thing in California. I'd like to see one if they actually have one. All of them are big corporate dairy farms.
Hey, Sty, did I tell you I met Scott K?
No.
So here, there's a story behind this. So I had customers in my dealership one day, and I would just happen to, every now and then my channel comes up. Well, it was Scott K and his wife. This was before, he started watching our channels. And I mentioned it. And then he suddenly started popping into all of our chats, all along. And I just, Scott K, another guy. He was in the dealership a couple months ago, and he started talking to me. He's like, I'm Scott Case. And then he explained to me the story and how he's been watching all this time. And Scott K is actually a guy that comes into my dealership from time to time, a customer. And he comes and hangs out with us. I don't think he has his own YouTube channel. He comes hang out and watch us for some reason. I don't
know. Everybody needs a laugh once in a while, right? That's
Everybody's got something they shouldn't be doing. Watching us might be one of them, but yeah.
Hey, Tickled Funny Bone, good to see you. Something serious to say. We don't take too serious nowadays. Hey, Roy and Becky's Travels. Hi. Howdy.
Roy and Becky.
They must both be watching because they're giving you the double howdy there.
There you go.
Yeah. It's great to see you guys. I was shocked today. Back the second week of December, I had a doctor's appointment. I can't figure that one out.
Me either.
But so I go to my doctor's appointment, second week of December. Full checkup, everything, checking everything out. Still trying to figure out what this problem is I have with eating. And I weighed 170 pounds. Well, I weighed 225 when I went to camp last May. So in that about 7 months, I had lost 55 pounds. Well, I got on the scale today. I was 170 pounds second week of December. 170 pounds second week of December. That's the lowest I've ever weighed in my adult life. Got on the scale today, 157 pounds. I lost another 13.
Are you all right?
Then. No.
You wouldn't tell us if you were.
Yeah, I wouldn't. No, I'm not good at giving people bad news because I want people happy, man. I don't want people bumming about anything. But I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But losing another almost 15 pounds in 5 weeks. And
have you seen your doctor?
Yeah, 5 weeks ago.
And
I'm not supposed to see the doctor again for another almost 2 months. So I'll give her a call the first week of February probably. Tell her, hey, we got to speed up on this, figure out why I'm losing weight, what the hell's going on,
You'd think nowadays the way they can test everything in blood work, they'd be able to tell you,
Yeah, and they it's not that they didn't take enough blood, man. They went. I remember the good old days when beer came in a 24K bottle case or a 6-pack. Those were your two choices. Now blood comes in 3 vials or 30 vials. It's your choice, a 30-pack. That's what they took this last time, man. They took 9 vials of blood from me, and then after they get all this rundown and crap we went through that day, sent me back to the lab, and they took 4 more vials. And so 10 vials of blood, all these damn tests they did, everything came back negative. All of my cholesterol and blood sugars and blah, 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 my triglycerides, everything all came back normal. She said, I'd swear you're not diabetic with your blood sugar. And she said, we just don't get it. We just don't get it. And I went through the cancer screening, but the cancer screening is pretty generalized. They're looking for different changes in DNA and proteins and other things that are changing in your body. They didn't find anything. Now they're going to have to dig a little deeper. Yeah.
Good thing they're not checking your prostate because you don't want them digging any deeper than they have to.
That's yeah. How far do you have to go? The best way to keep them from doing that is tell them, I want you to do it visually. I want you to examine it visually. If you ain't going to stick your head up my ass, you ain't sticking nothing of it.
They might take that thing they use on women and shove it up your ass and then open you up. That wouldn't be good. No.
Stop it.
Stop that would be bad.
The old black snake for doing the colonoscopy,
First time I went to gynecologist with my wife, it was like, nope.
Don't like that process.
I won't be back. I understand why women don't go see their gynecologist more often.
Tickle funny bone. I don't know what you mean by is running waters responded. I don't know what you mean.
I'm trying to figure out the guy. I haven't quite figured him out.
Yeah, your comments are, I think, a little too stunted, too small, that we can't put it in context. Cinda Lou, I'm down to one diabetic med, just metformin, and that dose has been cut in half.
If you eat more than ice, maybe that'll help. Are you eating a lot of ice?
No.
I don't know what that means.
Ice cream. I eat quite a bit of ice cream. That's the thing. For fat content,
Right?
yeah, I'm not lacking. One thing I'm back doing, and I did this over the summer, is I drink V8, and I drink a couple of these every day, and I also drink Ensure again. I quit drinking Ensure because it's so doggone expensive. I can't swing it, man. It was way too much. The oh, good. You caught that. I was going to go catch that one with from Roy and Becky.
I saw Roy and Becky, so I knew I didn't have to read it to make it okay. So,
yeah.
Yeah, them biopsies when they got to do it. I've never had a biopsy, but my wife has had them, and they're not fun for people.
Yeah. No.
But it's got to be. Well, I mean, this is maybe a little personal, but when after me and my wife first got married, a couple years in, there was a possibility she had cervical cancer, and they had to do a biopsy. So, how did you turn your shit upside down?
That's it. I'm wondering myself. How did he manage to get that typed in all backwards?
Like that?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I've seen that a time or two, not on panels before, but on other things.
Where the letters are actually backwards. It's not spelled backwards. It's written backwards.
I'm backwards.
Well, that goes without saying.
Actually, on the ice creams and the I've switched now. Running water did that to me. I was buying the half gallons of ice cream and eating those in 2-3 days. Half gallon, and now I'm buying those little miniature Blue Bunny swirl caramel ice cream cones. They're only about maybe a tenth of what I was eating in a bowl at a time, but I'll eat 2 or 3 of those instead of a big ass bowl of ice cream. But I eat a lot of soups. I don't think I'm getting enough fat content for one thing. That
doesn't sound like it, considering your weight, and you're telling us you eat soup and V8 and
you got worms. That's the problem.
You went out the woods and got worms.
I got to get dewormed, eh?
Yep.
You got to get that horse deworm. What's that? Ivermectin or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
That's how you write upside down. Is that link right there?
UpsideDownText.com. There you go.
There you go, guys.
Party on.
Party on. Party hardy. I should be using that every time I text the people that I just get tired of them bothering me,
What's up, Dennis? Dennis, how you doing, man?
Dennis, it's good to see you, buddy.
Don't talk to my woman like that.
Yeah, right. That was rude of me, Dennis. I apologize for Mike. Mike looks like he's got some open space back there.
Yeah, he's actually walking around that place.
Yeah.
Not for long. It'll be filled up tomorrow. this problem right here I got to deal with now.
Aye.
That's what I'm dealing with now.
It kind of looks like our house right now.
It's nice to see you, Mike. But where's our favorite host of your channel, Earl?
I don't know. Earl's been not acting right. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Uh-oh.
He's like real skittish, and every time he just looks, his eyes don't look right.
Uh-oh.
But then the next minute he's running around, so I don't know.
And how old is Earl?
13, 14.
Earl's getting up there.
Yeah.
He's getting up there.
Yeah, he's been acting kind of weird the last week or so. Like maybe he's got COVID. I don't know.
Kitty COVID?
Kitty COVID. That's something.
Well, if Earl's got it, you gave it to him.
Yeah, because I grabbed his head and stuck it in my mouth.
There you go.
Here, kitty. Yeah. Here, kitty. Let me give you something.
All right. I still ain't up to par.
Yeah, when that lady friend of yours told you to eat that pussy, was not talking about Earl.
Well, I didn't know. I just grabbed
Yeah.
the closest thing to me.
Yep.
The,
Stupid me.
yeah, she had a good idea what you were thinking of when she smelled the fried onions. Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I was gonna go to Ohio tomorrow, but they got 14 inches of snow, so I'm not going down there.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
We hardly got any snow here left in Michigan, man.
So maybe next Friday I'll go.
We got sub-zero weather here, and
Where we're at
Damn-
right now, we're not
damn
sub-zero.
plow came through, and then they put a berm over the end of the sidewalk out here to the street, and a berm across the back alley across where we park our rigs. And it's so damn cold out there. I ain't going out there shoveling that shit in this cold. And I'm looking at that snowblower and going, well, 12 degrees?
Yeah, our
Heat
load,
wave!
our load tonight will be 5. So
All right. See what the heck we got current. Oh, yeah. Ours, oh, shit. Lined up because of
you're 0 right now.
0. Our, feels like negative 11, it says. And we're supposed to be negative 9 for the low tonight. And then tomorrow night, I think it's negative 10 or negative 11.
Yeah, I would guess our wind chill here is below that because it's pretty windy here, but although probably not as windy now because it's night evening, but
Yeah, we got wind chill advisory tonight. They're talking 30 below wind chill by morning. So I ain't going out there. Fuck that shit, man. I'm sitting here and look at it out there, out through the window.
You
I don't even want to get close to the window.
And you can open your window now and no one's going to find you too. So you didn't hear me.
I can open my window and nobody will find me.
That's right. Not find, fine.
Fine.
Like at your apartment.
Oh, that way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm doing a good job of forgetting about that place.
Good.
Yeah. I'm forgetting about all the penalty fines and penalties and all the big old COVID notices. You know, there's a COVID outbreak in our building, that sign says. Everybody wear a mask and practice social distancing. What the fuck? You got 82 apartments in one freaking building, and we all use the same 2 elevators, and it's, you know, somebody's used that elevator within the last 5 minutes. Well, if there's any virus around, it's on everything in that elevator. How the hell are you supposed to use the damn elevator to get in and out of the place?
So management's got someone hired to go around and wipe that place down all the time, right? Since they tell you to social distance, their job is to make sure it's all wiped down and sanitized in the common area. So I'm sure they're doing that, right?
They have one person, and he does it once a day.
Well, that ain't good enough.
No, it's a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what's the deal over in Europe now? I mean,
they're cutting back.
Yeah, England dropped all their mandates, all of them, masks, everything.
Well, they want everybody to get it now because it's Omicron, and everybody can get it, and they can get on with life. So this one's not going to kill you, so, or less likely to kill you. So we want everybody to get it, which is fine.
Which is fine.
As long as we can get beyond this thing. I mean, I think COVID is probably going to be like the flu for the rest of our lives. I don't think it's going to go away. I mean, coronavirus was around before COVID-19, but it wasn't one of those things that killed people. But it did,
Rebecca. It did in some people, real vulnerable people.
Yeah.
And the thing is there's always been diseases out there, viral and bacterial and,
sexual.
Sexual.
We don't talk about those, because along with civilization, what came with that? Civilization.
Syphilis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Rebecca, it's good to see ya.
Rebecca, Dan.
There's Dan.
Back in the days of the Bible, syphilis was rampant.
Yeah, because of civilization.
Yep. So
Yeah, a bunch of uncivilization. Spread the syphilis.
then in the 80s, you got HIV, you stick your dick in someone else and your dick explodes. It's okay.
What? You say what? Yeah.
And herpes is like luggage. You never
So
carry it forever.
that's it.
Syphilis, you can't.
Herpes, you can't get rid of it.
Yeah, okay, that's one you can't get rid of.
Yeah. I don't know. I
got married young enough where I didn't get any of that stuff. So
I got married very young, but I was very fortunate. I didn't get any of that stuff either. Yeah, there was a few hippie girls that were questionable. That later, after the fact, when I found out what could be spread around, I was like, "Oh, those two hippie girls were just not a good idea." Yeah.
I heard a joke the other day. You want to hear it?
Probably not, but yeah, let's hear it.
What do you call a hippie's wife? Mississippi.
What?
Mississippi.
Boot him.
It's awful, isn't it?
That is so.
Boot him and block him.
That is so weak. That is so weak.
It's horrible.
You get a double for that.
There you go.
I'm reporting him to YouTube for being stupid.
You've been around too long when goddamn jokes like that, you go, why did you even waste your time?
Well, I heard it and I couldn't figure it out, and it
that's like
it was like, oh, all right, it was kind of a groaner for me too. So
that was like one day I was telling a group of guys, we were having coffee in town here, and I told the one guy, I said, everything I ask you, you respond with pea green soup. He goes, what? I said, everything I say to you, ask you, you respond with the line pea green soup. He goes, okay. I said, when you were growing up, you were so damn poor. What did your mama fix you for dinner every night? He goes, pea green soup. And I go, and where did she learn to make that? At grandma's? What did grandma serve you when you went to her house? He goes, pea green soup. And I said, before you went to bed at night, you went to the bathroom, what did you do? And he goes, pea green soup. And the whole fucking table burst out laughing. And I looked at him, I go, I knew I was having coffee with morons. You guys found that funny? What the hell is wrong with you people? That when you tell a real limp joke and people laugh, you're going, I gotta find new friends. Yep. They thought it was funny. You want to hear good dirty jokes. A lot of times, you'll find that the best ones at these nursing homes, these little old ladies telling dirty jokes in the day room, man. Some of them little old ladies got some good ones, man. I don't know what it is once they get put in nursing home, they feel they can say whatever they want,
Well, who's going to tell them they can't?
That's it, is they don't have to be proper anymore.
Nope.
There's no kids in here to hear what we have to say. Yeah, I don't have to be proper. I say whatever I want to.
Yep.
Hey, Mojo made it. Hey, Mojo.
How are you? How you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, Mojo.
Nice. So I'm only going to come up here for a second, but
all right, that's too long.
I'm going to do something for my wife in front of you guys.
Uh-oh, in front of us.
Right here.
There she is. Hi.
I was asking about you.
Yeah, I saw his message.
Hey, sit down.
Now you gotta make her sit in front of the camera too.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, so here's the deal. She doesn't know what I'm doing right now, you guys.
I was
We
asking
don't
about
either.
you. I was like, I hope Sty's doing good.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Yeah, I'm still kicking. I'm still kicking.
Everybody have a good New Year.
Oh yeah. Good New Year. Yeah.
All right, so here's the deal, you guys. She doesn't know I'm doing this, okay? I will give you $100 if you try to stay here and talk to these guys while I take a shower and get cleaned up.
I can't do that.
You want $100?
I want $100 as soon as you go in the shower. I'm gonna leave.
I'll do it for 100.
Oh hell!
That's
Hey.
yours if you stay here and talk to these guys.
Hey Mojo, check this out.
What's
if
that?
she
sir?
won't, if she won't do it, guess what? I will.
Right? So
Yeah.
you have no choice. It's rude if you leave the panel. I'll be back, you guys.
What's up, Nate? Nuts? How you
Isn't-
doing?
Isn't
All
he
right.
terrible?
Yeah.
Did he give you the money?
all the time?
Did he give you the money?
Yeah, it's right here.
All right. Well, he gave you the money. All you
Yep.
got to do is just sit there and don't say nothing like I do.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't know what to talk about.
That's all you got to do.
The- You know,
Don't worry.
what you always can do is what a lot of people.
Now we're all in charge, right? Now just Sty just bowed out.
Whatever he did.
Damn it, Sty. Oh,
I don't know how that happened.
I thought you did that on purpose.
I meant to click this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what people do. They, yeah, if I got to be up here, I can do this.
That's the easiest $100 you probably ever made.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 No, that's not true. I
don't want to hear it.
Yep. Nope.
let's see. I was a
I
customer
don't.
service.
I don't know you well
manager.
enough to comment on that, so I will give you the quiet.
The things they'll say when the hubby's in the shower. Huh?
Mhm.
Hey, I'll say it when he's standing right here.
Uh-oh.
Good for you. Good for you.
Oh.
Hey.
That's funny.
Hey, your garage looks really clean. There's enough room to put a car.
In whose crunch?
Yours. Yeah. Got a little Mini Cooper.
Right.
Probably has one buried under all that stuff.
I do right here. Oh, hold on.
You can grab it now. See.
Hey, may contain nuts. Good to
See,
see
right
ya.
there.
See? Look how long it's
that's,
been here.
that
Yeah.
doesn't look like a Mini Cooper, but okay.
Yeah.
One of
Well, he
my-
does. He
One
does
of my
have a car.
YouTube friends from the UK sent me this. It was filled with what do they call them? Biscuits,
Biscuits.
cookies. But yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, okay. It's a 10. I got you.
but she sent me that, and then she made me a thing out of computer scrap. It's acrylic or resin.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah, and then she put like the Boss logo and but it's all computer pieces.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Now, don't be scrapping that.
I'm already trying to figure out how to get this damn brass
Eh.
piece out of there. I've been looking at it. I've had it sitting here for a while. Yeah, I gotta take this car to the car wash.
You gotta cut it out.
There you go. It's been a while, huh? It's been back there a while.
You got it one lung.
Don't inhale.
Yeah, going in there.
Well, yesterday, when I was at the store, I grabbed a pack of these
Oh.
Ew, that does not sound good.
No, that
fruity
sounds good.
cereal.
You might as well say Fruity Pebbles.
And now you look at the pack. It's hard to see on the screen here, but you look at the pack, and it's a bowl of Fruit Loops. Right? There are no loops in these things. They're chunks. So
Yeah.
she's exactly right. They taste just like Fruity Pebbles.
Nice.
Fruity Pebble candy bars. I sat here last night, stinking diabetic, and there's a dozen of those bars, these bars in a pack, and I bought 2 of them. I ate a whole pack last night,
Oh,
sitting there
no.
watching TV. They're addictive, man. I sat there eating these, and York peppermint patties. I ate one York patty, 2 of these candy bars. One York patty, 2 of
That's
these.
a lot of sugar.
And those
Yeah.
aren't chocolate covered?
No, they're
I figured
It's-
being Twix would at least be chocolate covered.
Look like white chocolate.
White chocolate
it's
covered.
it's
Okay.
actually a pink color.
Yeah, they probably put a little food coloring in it.
Yeah, but they're real fruity flavored, and
Huh.
I was surprised. And
I bought a flavored or a local coffee company called Bones Coffee. I got like a variety pack, and each pack had like different flavors, and there was one called like unicorn or something, and it was so sweet. It smelled and tasted just like Fruity Pebbles coffee.
really,
I couldn't do it.
I don't. Yeah, as a coffee, I don't think I could.
Oh no, not coffee.
Nope.
No.
That would seem not quite right.
Yeah,
So-
it wasn't that good. I mean, I like sweet, but not that sweet.
Yeah, I don't even think I want coffee that's sweet or with milk in it. I've only ever had coffee black. So
Oh, I like.
That's how my mom and my grandma used to drink it. They drink a pot a day, and it'd be all black. They just pour it in their cups every time they ran out.
yeah.
I used to drink just black coffee years ago, but back in my 20s, cream and sugar, and now it's Then for quite a few years, it was honey and cream.
I gotta do sweet cream.
That's now I use that caramel marachata or whatever it is.
Macchiato.
Yeah, I use that creamer instead of the sugar
Come
and
up and
cream.
say hi.
And that wouldn't be bad. I would probably like caramel macchiatos, but I don't want to start putting that extra calories and shit. I don't want to get addicted to something like that. You know.
There's a butcher.
Well, that's an old gray muzzle on that dog.
Yeah, this is Lola.
Lola.
Lola is
Lola.
11 years old. She's a pug chihuahua. She's mama
Lola,
hen. She
Lola,
raised all the
Lola.
animals in this house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she's really smart. One of the smartest dogs I've ever owned.
See, I see her out on their deck while he's
Yeah.
cooking. She's up hanging around out there with them, and
Yeah, my girl.
Cooking buddy.
Pickle funny bone likes French vanilla. I tell you what, if running water brings home any more freaking coffee, I'm not kidding. I'm going down to his tractor trailer and loading that shit all on that flatbed, and he can haul it right back to the manufacturer. We got so damn much coffee in this damn place. There ain't no way in hell. And I drink 2 pots a day.
Oh, gee.
And when he's home, I only drink maybe 1 cup a day. But he's got so damn much coffee and so many different types, so many different roasts and shit. And you don't dare open all those different kinds. You can't keep them fresh, you know.
No.
And so they're all vacuum sealed and sitting there. I'm trying to get our kitchen all squared away. There ain't room for all the food. I told them tonight, I said, when you get home from on the road, you are not going to the damn grocery store until you look in that cupboard. You see how much food there is. You decide what you want to eat out of all the food I brought, and what you don't want to eat, I'm putting in a fucking couple, 6 or 8 or 10 boxes and hauling that shit to the food shelf, and they can give that shit away because
That's
I
what
can't.
I did. I got
I
rid of
can't
the
eat it
whole
all.
truckload full of food nobody wanted to eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, JCT.
For JCT.
Good to see ya.
What are you doing in there?
Me Dibbles in the house. Was
Yeah?
told that can't drink coffee black. You should not drink coffee. I told them I can't drink it black. I just prefer it with milk and sugar. Yeah.
Yep, I gotta have sugar and creamer in it.
One thing I found when I was driving truck over the road, I was hauled a load into Boston and then ended up laid over just outside of Boston. And I was stuck there for 3 days. And I went to this restaurant, and it's an old family-owned, multi-generation restaurant there in Boston. And I sat down. I wasn't quite sure what the heck I was going to have. I'm looking at their menu, and it was breakfast time. Waitress comes over, and she says, "Ready to order?" I said, "Not really." She goes, "Are you going to have coffee?" I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "And how would you like that?" And I said, she goes, you just want regular?" Or I said, "Yeah, regular is good." I figure I'll doctor it up when it gets stable. She brings me this cup. It looked like it was full of milk.
Wow.
It was. I go, "What's this?" He goes, "That's your coffee." I go, "There's a hell of a lot of cream in there." She goes, "Well, you wanted it regular." I go, "Say what?" I said, "No, this isn't regular coffee. That's got cream in it." She goes, "Well, yeah, regular coffee." I went to 3 restaurants over that long weekend, and all 3 of them asked me if I wanted regular coffee, and I thought, what the hell? And I say yes, and it would come that way. To them, just regular coffee is with cream. There's no sugar in it. It's just
So
they're
coffee
black.
with cream. Yeah, I see a lot of people do that up here.
And she said, if you would just want it black, you got to ask for it black. Well, I found out in Canada, first time I ordered a damn mushroom and Swiss burger with a side order of fries, they bring it out, and my French fries are under about a half a gallon of gravy.
Oh, poutine.
Yeah. Yeah, all their fries got gravy on them, unless you tell them no gravy on my fries. I want.
Yep, and cheese
I want
curds and
ketchup.
chives, and it's like a mushroom gravy.
Yep, they like to smother their fries with gravy. And
No, I need to go back downstairs.
it was actually pretty good, but it was.
Nope, I didn't say you
It was
didn't earn that yet.
All right, here's Mojo. I'm going downstairs. Nice talking to you guys.
Hey, that was a quick $100, sweetie.
Right?
Someday I'm going to have a chat with her about that ink that she's sporting there.
Yep.
She's got some serious ink. Yeah.
Well. Mike, how you doing down there?
I'm good. Good. How are you? I'm good. How are you?
Good. Good to see you, buddy. Sty, how are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. Good enough. I'm good enough. So.
Nice. Did my wife kind of entertain a little bit?
Oh, we had a good conversation without you.
You were fine, yeah.
Nice. It's good to get
Did
her
you
up there.
did you wash, rinse, and repeat your hair there, Mojo?
Yeah, I washed behind, the goods.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I have this. Bill, I have this like nice razor that I got for Christmas, and it's a head razor.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you what, that thing is nice, man.
Yeah, I don't know where I put mine. I got
Do
mine.
you have one?
You put it between your fingers there, and the head's just in the palm, and you just rub your head with that bugger. And it's USB powered, so I just plug it in USB. And
Oh, you have it USB. Yours is USB. That's nice.
yeah, it's totally cordless.
Yeah, mine's
nice.
cordless, but it's not USB. But I guess you could make it USB. I don't know. Oh well, how we doing, guys? I've been pretty busy, man. I'm tired. It's like work hard,
I know the feeling, man. Work has kept me busy, despite the fact that we have so few vehicles. I've been having people, finally all these ones I took deposits on are coming in, and it's just,
people are buying cars, huh?
Well, the what you can get your hands on. I mean, you have to realize is Michigan, especially the part that I'm in, there's a big leasing. 90% of what we do in the Metro Detroit area and surrounding is leasing.
Oh no,
that's crazy.
Everybody works in the suburbs. Lives in the suburbs, works in and around the city, 10, 15 miles from work. And a lot of them now are just work from home, but
Yeah.
they need a car. So, they can lease a car for, half of what it would be to have a monthly payment on a car. Don't have to worry about being outside of a warranty. Don't have to worry about tires. Don't have to worry about brakes. Don't have to worry about nothing, because every 3 years they get another vehicle and they're under warranty. So
Wow.
it's really
That's-
big here in the part of Michigan that I'm in. So
See, and that's the thing up here in northern Wisconsin. Talking to a couple of salesmen I know here that they said that leasing is probably about 30 to 40% of what they do here. And I said, why so many people buy? Why are they buying? And he said, because here the ownership expectancy is anywhere from 5 to 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
and then they roll them over. But he said, and it's because we're 50 miles from anything. He said on leases, people find that they're putting on 15 to 20,000 miles a year, and they're having trouble getting leases that would cover that mileage. So that's why the sales are so high. He said that if you're not a short distance commuter, the lease doesn't make sense because you end up with penalties for going over those miles.
Right.
And he said, so we don't have that benefit to, but he said that the one salesman said his buddies down in the Minneapolis, St. Paul area, it's almost all leasing, period. He said, what we sell are used cars, we lease new cars.
right.
And
And it's funny because the average used car buyer gets out of their vehicle quicker than a leaser. The average used car buyer, they say, is they got about 2.5 years that they'll be in that car,
mhm.
and then they'll move on to another used car, and they just
Yeah.
they constantly have a
So
monthly
they roll
payment.
them over.
Yep, and they just keep that's what they do. So that's the
Yeah.
average. So
Well, now, if the way I heard it is these used car purchasers that roll over so quick like that, they're what my buddy calls turnkey customers. They want a used car where all they got to do is get in it, turn the key, and then they'll drive the thing until they turn the key a few times and it didn't go. Then it's time they'll do whatever repair they got to do to get her to start. They'll drive it back to that dealership and get themselves another used car. They'll swap it out before they got to do a lot of repairs on it. And, all of it kind of makes sense when you start talking to these salesmen. They see what those buying and leasing habits are. You're going, well, yeah, I guess it does make sense,
So I'm pretty lucky. My mechanic lives next door, and I own a Subaru, and he's a head Subaru mechanic down here.
well, Subaru is a good quality car.
He takes care of me. That's all I gotta say. He really does.
That's cool. But
I'm pretty
That's
lucky. So like I hook him up with other people too, but
that was a buddy of mine. He was a GM chief. He's one of what are they? Master mechanic, GM master mechanic, and he supervised a big GM shop, and he had big 4-car garage at home, hoist, everything, and so he works all week at the dealership, but he comes home, works all night every night of the week at home, and because he's doing every Tom, Dick, and Harry's car on the sly, instead of taking it back to the dealership, he'll do that work for you at home too. But he kept a pretty tight clientele, but it was nice because all of the Chevys I own, I'd say, hey, I'm going to come on down and visit for a few days. Oh, cool, yeah. Because I knew every time he asked me, come on down and visit, meant he was pouring concrete or building a shed or building something. That's the only reason he ever invited me to his house, So when I'd invite myself, he knew, oh, shit, I better get one of the stalls empty. He's going to want me to work on his rig. I know it. Sure enough, I'd get there and say, hey, I need this fixed on the vehicle. I need that fixed. Yeah, he'd take care of it. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Well, I mean, your car mechanics have got all the right tools. They've got them all. You're not there. Chances are they're not going to pop something open and think I don't have the tool to fix that or to get to
Right.
that, or you know,
Right.
they have it. I can remember doing something simple.
Yeah.
I helped my sister-in-law. She needed front brake pads replaced on her Impala. I want to say maybe it was a 2014, 2012, something like that. I'm like, no problem. We were going to replace the front brakes, and I'm sorry, the rotors too. The rotors had a Torx bit that kept the rotor on, right in the middle of the rotor. So there was a Torx screw that went right in, and I was like, you know what? I don't have that Torx. So one of those things I had. Now here I was doing a favor for. Now I got to go up and buy a set of Torx so I can take this one off. But then again, so you accumulate all that garbage over time. You know, it's like when my kids need to do something with their cars now. You know, they go to Dad's tool cabinet. Hopefully, I've got it in there. If I don't got it in there, it'll be something else I buy, and you know, I may only use it, you know, a couple times
or
ever.
Twice,
But,
That's like, you know, it's simple flat tool. And I had made one, and somebody walked off with it. So then I caved in, went down to Napa, and said, "I need one of these." Yeah, okay. Paid $40 for it, and that's that lousy flat bar you use for swapping out serpentine belts. All you're doing is pulling the idler pulley off to the side, and then the belt's loose, and you can pop it off, throw the new belt on. But you need that tool, right, to get in there, because you can't get a wrench behind that shit to get on that idler pulley. You know what? I bought so many of those kind of tools over the years. There was a point where I ended up being your local automotive tool rental shop. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry in town knew I had these tools, so they come over. Hey, can I borrow such and such a wrench from you, or this tool, or that tool? And I go, you can't borrow it, but you can rent the damn thing. So I started renting my tools out, the ones that I only needed once, and I actually made enough renting them out to guys that I actually paid for most of them, you know. But I did find out after about a month of doing that, letting these tools out on a rental basis. No. It's, you can rent that tool, but I get a $25 deposit, or depending on what the tool is, might be $100 deposit. You'll get that $100 back, but you ain't walking out of here with that tool without a deposit.
Right.
I had a couple of guys walk off with some tools that cost me in the $500 range, and they never came back. But I seen their car going down the road. You son of a bitch, fixed your car and kept my tools.
That's like a lot of these places like O'Reilly's and AutoZone and whatnot.
Yeah.
Tools too. They sell a lot, but they rent some too. So.
Yeah. Oh, I like O'Reilly's, man. They taking good care of me.
Mm-hmm.
I had this last ordeal I had with my truck. I had 3 returns I had to do there. Walk in the store, set on the counter, say return. They'd say, you got the card you used to buy it? I said, yeah. They just stick it in the machine, It takes me about 3 minutes, and boom, that money's right back on my card, and I'm out the door. I never a question, nothing. They treat you. And if you need something, holy God, they'll look through their system, and they'll go to second, and they'll run in the back, they'll come back out, and they'll go to second, and they'll go, no, we got it out on the floor. Come on, I'll take you right to it. And boy, they treat you so good. You got
to afford those things are breaking down all the time. They got plenty of parts there for them.
You can kiss my ass. You know what?
Every time
I needed a piece of braided grounding cable, right?
Mm-hmm.
With an eyelet on each end. And I needed it. It had to be 18 inches long or longer for Ford. Oh, no. But he says, give me a second here. And he goes, got you covered. He says, we got a GM one here. He says it's about a 1/4 inch wider than the one you want to buy, but it's basically the same thing. I said, well, grab it. And he grabbed it. Sure enough, this GM grounding strap was what I needed. It's just a little bit wider than the original. And I said, which is good because the original rotted off from all the salt we put on the roads up here. You go to hell with the Ford thing. They got all the Chevy shit too.
You can go hell with all the
That-
Chevy shit too, because I drive Toyotas.
You know the
That's-
one thing that I
sell
don't
Chevys
like.
and drive Toyotas.
You can go to hell too because our Toyota dealer doesn't have a stinking Toyota on their lot, and their lot is full of every make of every vehicle under the sun.
What you can make money on? I got 373,000 miles on my truck. I'm
They,
good.
they're totally out of Toyotas at our Toyota dealer.
I'm trying to think. I haven't had a car payment on that vehicle for about 15 years.
Wow.
That's it. I've owned
gotta
a couple of new
Or 10 years,
but-
whatever. Either way.
You guys,
Yeah.
Fords. About Fords. The one thing I don't like about Fords is their keys. Because Fords are hot and they're stolen constantly.
yeah.
And I wish Ford would do something with their keys.
The-
I don't know. Are the new Fords? Do they have the chip in them?
I would assume most of them don't use keys anymore. They use remote entry. So you know, there's a code. So you can have more codes than you can have keys. Problem with when you actually had keys on cars is there's only so many variations you can do. So every 20th car had a similar key. In many cases, it would get you into another car. Now that you have codes, that's almost like a DNA. You can make those cars, almost impossible for someone to duplicate your.
Now, how many times I've seen it? Multiple times. So many times. How many times have you seen somebody in a Walmart parking lot or a big store's parking lot, and they're out there with their fob, and they go beep beep, and two cars will go beep beep.
Really?
I've never seen
Yep.
that.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen it many times.
I've heard of it.
I've seen it many times. And that's one thing Ford is notorious for. Chevy, too. I mean, you can go on Amazon and the fobs, you can get those fobs. If you get your hands on somebody's keys and you can buy, I bought 3 key fobs for my Ford for $14. And all I did was I took all 3 of them, got in my truck, stuck the key in the ignition, took the fob, and you push the unlock button, turn the key 8 times, put it in the off position, hit the lock button again, and the locks will go click, click. And then you hit the key one more time, off one more time, and you hit the unlock, and then they'll all unlock, and that fob's program.
Oh, no kidding.
They don't do that anymore, but
But-
they used to. Yeah, they don't do that anymore. Now you got to do them with the computer. Used to be you could just take a key. Once your key was you got a new key. If it had the chip in it, you put it in the ignition, you turn it to one position, you turn it back again, let's hit a minute, and then start it, and it would program the key. Well, nothing
Right.
of that. All of it's got to be computer, and you can only have 2 keys, at least for the Chevys, anyways. I don't know what everybody else's is. You only have 2 keys, so having a third key, you don't have a third key. You only have 2 keys that can be programmed to the vehicle. You can't have a third key now.
Yeah.
Chevys, anyways.
We don't have that problem. We don't have that problem up here. The problem we have is people locking their keys in their vehicle, or we don't have the car theft issue. So here most
That's because deer and antelope don't have opposable thumbs. So
Phil has been getting this tonight. He deserves it.
Oh.
I've been getting that all day long, and I'm just kidding. It's just a continuation of the rest of my day.
It's just a normal day, right? Right.
I have guys at work, seriously, that as soon as they see me, it's like, and I'm like, so
Yeah. It's good to see you too. Yeah.
Fuck you
So
too.
$500, huh? Is that what the Ford keys are now?
Yeah, I don't know what Ford keys are. I can
That's
tell you
just-
that. I
that's-
can tell you dealerships charge a lot for the keys.
Yeah.
That's it. If you're going through a dealership, you're going to pay through the nose.
Well, they do have to program them in the car. There is some stuff they have to do, but it's not. Dealerships.
That's just like the bullshit that they're going to put. They're going to do a quick analysis on your vehicle to find out what's wrong with it, and they're going to charge you $65 to do it. But yet you go on Amazon and buy the same damn machine they're using now, and plug it into your own damn vehicle and get the same codes out of it, and you only paid $42 for it, and you can use it as many times as you want.
Right.
And it's because when they first came out with those systems, these shops were paying $2,000 for that. So they had to make their money back off of that piece of equipment, but they're still charging it. And it's my last Sty times was, will it ever end? And I talked about the inflation and costs. Anytime they drive our costs up, and people argue with me about it all the time, they kiss my ass. I'm 65 fucking years old. I've been down this road in the 70s for the energy non-crisis, when we had this fuel crisis, and all of a sudden gas went from 65 cents a gallon to $1.78. Whoo! Right through the roof. Guess what happened? It stayed there.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't come back down when the gas production came back up. It stayed there. People are saying, when is this going to end? When are all this inflation and shit going to end? Well, we're not quite sure when it's going to end, but one thing I can tell you, don't be waiting for it to go down. This shit ain't going down. You're going to see these prices dip a little, and then they're going to stay flat. This is to drive up those prices. This is a corporate endeavor. It's been done hundreds of times over the last couple centuries. There's so much economic proof to what they're doing. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the arguments about it. That's just the fucking way life is. Get used to it. Will it ever end? No. They're
telling you right now to invest in oil stocks, because right now we're at $87 a gallon or a barrel, and they're saying it's going to go up over $100 a barrel. Well, if they're speculating that's what's going to happen, you know what? You want to make 10% on your money? Go buy some of that stock. There you go. Yep. Then when it gets over $100 a barrel, sell that shit.
That's it,
man. If it goes up that high, that will.
You don't think with this administration that shit's going to come back down, do you?
Yeah.
He already used a big portion of our reserve for emergency to bring it down 10, 15 cents for a few months.
The thing is now you get this approach out of the picture, and you get the new economic approach in, and they drive get her done, Granny. Hi, sweetie. You get the energy production back in order, and you start gluttoning the market with fuel. All of a sudden, fuel drops, right? Fuel prices drop through the floor. Why? Why do you need it to do that? It's so you can make enough money to pay for this new inflationary impact we're having from everything else being driven up. You drive those fuel prices down, now people have more in the pocket expendable cash, and they can afford to pay for this new inflationary impact. When I was in college, they preempted me out of economics. I wrote a report on the effect of supply and demand and the market, how market change is affected by false money. The Ukraine was a perfect example, so I used them in my thesis and wrote that. And they said, that boy don't have to take no economics. He's the hell out of here. Kick him the hell out. I'm telling you, don't expect these prices to come down. Fuel can come down. The rest of them aren't. They'll dip a little. They'll drop a little, but they're not dropping back to what you thought you had last year or the year before or the year before that. It's not coming back. When will it end? At my funeral. That's when it'll end for me. Because this kind of shit don't end. It just keeps going higher. Keeps going higher. Keeps going higher. It don't come down. Everybody wants to believe it'll come down because we all want hope in our lives.
That's natural.
Yeah. We want to believe it will, but yeah.
We had a point in time a couple years ago where we got down below $2 a gallon, if you remember correctly.
Well, yeah.
We never thought we would see that ever again.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
In Virginia, paying $3.50 a gallon. Yes.
Yep.
We're up here. A lot of our stations are $0.04 a gallon.
But that's that's for propane. I was talking to Justin Anderson up there. He paid $2.49 for propane. Our propane, I believe we prepaid our propane at like $1.89 or $1.79 a gallon.
Are you
we pre-bought ours.
Oh, pre-bought. Okay.
We pre-bought it. Yeah, we pre-bought ours.
So where's the propane now? How much?
Here now it's probably quite a bit. I don't know what it is because I pre-bought all mine. It doesn't matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I do that every year. They usually come September, October. They offer us a pre-buy at what the market price is right then. And of course, if they buy it cheaper, they get a little cheaper price and they pass that along to us. So as it goes up during the year or in the wintertime, if it goes up during the winter, if it goes down in the wintertime, we don't get a break. But very rarely during the wintertime, during heating season, does the price of propane or natural gas go down.
Yeah. So that's what it is up here. It's like it's creeping over $3 now a gallon. Yeah. And I want to say it's $3.20 a gallon or something.
We pay way too much to heat our house.
20-pound cylinders up here. The 20-pound cylinders, they hold them.
Yeah.
A little shy of 5 gallons, right? Up here, $24.99.
Yeah.
$24.99 for 5 gallons. Well, so now wait a minute. You're paying 5 1/4 a gallon.
Yeah.
Yeah. To get it in 20-pound cylinders.
Yeah.
Are you doing a swap or are you filling up your cylinders?
No, that's doing a swap. Yeah, you're not paying for the tank.
Yeah.
And but it's the same if you fill them over here at Midland, over at the co-op. You go over and you fill your cylinder. It's the same
because you're
price.
not buying it in volume. You know, it takes the guy's got to get out of his place. He's got to fill your shit up. So
and it's worth that much more.
I was getting mine for about $2 a gallon for a long time.
Yeah, so was I. Yeah.
All of a sudden,
we were getting them. You could get them early last summer, $11 a tank.
Yeah.
I was getting them for $11 a tank, and no, not anymore. Double or more. Yeah.
We sound like old men talking about gas and propane prices.
Oh, I got gas, and that propane is expensive. Yeah. Hey, at least I haven't gotten to the bowel movement thing. You know, where the first start of the day is, hey, how was your bowel movement today? You know. These old fuckers sit around. I see them in the cafe. And the guys I hang out with, we tell each other, first time we catch one of you wearing a Depends, you go sit at somebody else's table.
No
first
shit.
Time one of you brings up your fucking bowel movements, you're moving to a different table. You know, there are certain topics that go with being an old fart, and boy, don't bring them up at our table. We don't want to hear that shit. You move that shit. You know, you start saying, oh, God, I gotta use twice as much glue to keep my teeth in. What the fuck? Go sit somewhere else. We don't want to talk about you and your damn teeth. You know, but there are things that go with the old fart syndrome that, I'm starting to realize, you get, some of us, we get, shy away from that stuff. Man, I don't ever want to be there. I'm.
Well, it's like those insurance commercials during football games. They talk about parking out in the. Well, don't talk about don't talk about leaving the game before we've even been to the game. You know, it's like being your dad commercials. You know, they're talking about the parking spots, the sizes, and everything else, and parking. I mean, you watch those commercials, and it's like, at some point we do become our dads. You know. We're worried about things that we probably shouldn't be worried about, you know.
Oh, I tell you what, my grandfather told me when I was just a young boy, and I should have taken his damn advice. I was way before I was seriously interested in women, you know. I was flirting with the little girls and the like, you know. And he goes, "Oh, you like that little girl, huh?" And I said, "Oh yeah, ain't she sweet, Grandpa?" And he said, "Yeah, but seen her mother, haven't you?" I said, "Oh yeah, I don't like her. I don't like her mother." He goes, He goes, you have fun with them while they're that way. Never marry one of them until you've looked at their mother. I said, why is that? And he says, because that's what they'll turn into. They're going to turn into their mother. My ex-wife's a perfect example, man. She is my mother-in-law, pure and simple. I should have seen it. I should have seen the writing on the wall. No, she turned into her mother. And I was just like, oh my God, her mother killed 4 husbands. I mean, Jesus, I'm glad I was the first to marry her, the first to divorce her and get as far away from her as I could, because she's going to kill them up. Now, this guy she was going to marry, they were going to get married the end of November. He died the first part of November. She didn't even wait to marry him. This time she did let him die before that. Holy God. Yeah, you got to look at their mothers, Hey, Yoren, it's good to see you. Yoren's out there.
What's up, Yoren? I already said hi to him, but yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah. Except I can't say hi, it's much our type of the Shadow Scout Swede thingy, but
Swede thingy?
Swede thingy.
That
Hey,
sweet thingy.
Hey, Yoren, you got a sweet thingy? I don't know.
Hey, I got to do this. It only takes 50 seconds. Don't anybody go anywhere.
We're going anywhere.
I got to shout out my channel members, man.
There you
I got to do something for them.
Oh, there went his green screen.
Yep.
Well,
I'm fixing it.
He's fixing it. Damn, I just can't get rid of this little bit of tickle that I got in the back of my throat. I don't know what it is. I got a sore throat 2 weeks ago on a Tuesday. And after about 3 days, that went away. And I started getting this little bit of this cough, and I cannot get rid of it. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's mine went away, and then yesterday I've got something weird. It's I didn't have COVID. I had that flu thing going around, and it was a good cough, and then it went away, and then all of a sudden I have something weird. It's I don't know.
It's a slight bit of drainage that I've got going on, and it just and there's hours at work I'm just fine, nothing going on. I can get in front of somebody, and suddenly I'm talking to someone, and I'm trying to clear my throat, and I get a little. I'm drinking. I always got water there. Always got water there. Now, water usually will soothe that need to, cough or clear my throat. But then people are always looking at you.
What's COVID? I never heard of
that.
You had a half dozen times now, there, Mike.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
I'm trying to set a record. I want to see how many times I can get it this year.
Yeah, and Mike stays in his basement and he catches COVID. Explain that.
Really? How many times have you had it, Mike?
3.
3? Yeah. I've had it, I think, twice.
My last one, my daughter was nice enough to share.
Nice.
And she's an administrator at a school, so.
Yeah.
Well, your last time mild, though? I mean, I know your first 2 times was the regular and the Delta, right?
Yeah. The second one was worse than this one, though. But I never went and got treated or nothing for it. I just started sucking on Dayquil and NyQuil.
Yeah.
There you go.
It goes away if you have a pretty good immune system.
Well, I have one lung, so.
You have one lung?
Yeah, so I have breathing issues to start with, but.
Did they remove it, or were you born? I don't know.
It was I had pneumonia, walking pneumonia.
Ah.
Coughing so hard that I actually was passing out from coughing so hard. And I
Yeah.
told my buddy, I was actually putting a floor in for my mother-in-law at the time, and his son is it's kind of like a chiropractor. It's called Pettibon. They stretch your bones, your bones instead of cracking them. So he had an X-ray machine. So he said, "Well, we'll go up there and get an X-ray," and my lung was collapsed. But I never went, did nothing about it. So, but it's still there. It just don't work. It's like, like a flat boob.
And they can't fix that, can they?
Not now, no. And how much longer can I live? I'm
They-
getting old. You know, I'm catching up to Sty. I'm getting old, so.
That you can't catch up with me. This is one marathon race. Whatever place you're in, that's the place you're in. I mean,
Pretty much.
yeah, I'm in place 65. You're not.
It's draining me because I have like no energy anymore. Like I used to get out of bed at 7 in the morning. Today I get up at noon. I just I mean I don't sleep at all. When I do sleep, it's like 20 minutes here, half hour there. But yeah,
That's the problem I've been having too. There, Mike.
You should try drinking. It helps me to go to sleep.
If my liver would allow it, I would.
That's like I was telling Phil earlier that I was shocked when I went to the doctor back in December. I weighed 170 pounds, and I've never weighed 170 pounds since I was in junior high school. And I weigh the same now. I just got on the scale here today, and I weigh the same now as I did when I was 12 years old.
Oh, wow.
I'm down to 157 pounds.
I weighed what you weighed when you went camping. 250.
I was 220. Come on.
But I got a lot of lower weight. You know what I mean?
Lower weight?
No, you don't.
Yeah. He's got big feet. He's got big feet. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been lucky. Oh, you're talking about collapsed lung, running water. You go back in the real old, some of the very first Sty stories I ever did. There's one there about tragedy in the backcountry, and that's about running water. He had one lung completely collapse, and a third of his other lung collapsed.
Wow.
And the inside of his chest cavity had pockets of fluid in it, and it compressed the lungs. And we got him to the hospital. It was quite the ordeal. We lived way up in the backcountry. We were living off grid up in the backcountry, and it happened in the middle of the winter. And we got him off the mountain, got him to the hospital finally. And when we got him to the hospital, they said half hour, 45 minutes later, and we would have been dropping a cold body off, that he would not have made it. They had to get him on a respirator right away. And all they did was maintain him for a month. And I finally got fed up with it. We loaded him up in my truck, IVs and the chest tubes with the tanks, everything, loaded them up in the back of my big old Plymouth, big Dodge 4-door crew cab Forest Service truck, and we headed for Minnesota from Montana and got him to the Children's Hospital, the Mayo branch of the Children's Hospital of the University of Minnesota. And they put him in quarantine for 24 hours. Right on the 25th hour, they had him in surgery, opened him up, removed those pockets of fluid, and there was like a scab over his lung, and they peeled that scab off of it, and his lung inflated to 90% right in the surgeon's hands. He said, we cleaned them up, closed them up, and said, that's as far as we're going. That, we couldn't, they gave us a 20% chance of him surviving the surgery. And this surgeon said, that wasn't me. He said, there's no way in hell. I've never seen nothing like it. He said, when I saw that kid's lung inflate to 90%, that was it. Close them up, man. Consider it a success. within 3 weeks, the kid was at 100%.
Nice.
Lung volume, everything functional. And look at running water today. The he shouldn't be here. He shouldn't be here. Yeah, lungs aren't nothing to mess with, man.
No.
That's
Yeah, we have to have those, That's
yeah.
something we have to have.
That's it. The I don't, your heart, your ticker, and your lungs are the two things that we already know. There's a lot of people out there living long lives, and they ain't got no fucking marbles. So they ain't got no brains left at all. So you really don't need much of a brain to live, but you definitely need that heart and that lungs. Yeah, Mike, we're talking about you again. I'm sorry. I should have asked permission first.
Talking about Phil, not me. I never had a brain. I just wing it.
Did you know this guy down there, Sty?
No.
Yeah, I'm looking at his channel right now. Plus his family.
Well, I do know. I know of them, but I wasn't following them.
Right.
That's the thing on YouTube. We have such a large community
Oh yeah.
that we hear of tragedy on a regular basis. And I tell people, boy, if you don't want to hear about personal tragedy, YouTube might not be the best place for you because
Yeah.
it happens. It happens quite a bit.
Oh yeah, Murad. Yeah, Murad was. He lost one of our scrappers, but he had cancer. Scrapper D. He also.
Yeah.
But he had cancer. But yeah,
Yeah.
I follow Murad. Yeah, he was a cool guy. Did the paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
In fact, I think I saw him through, what is that, Paranormal of New York, that gal. Because I follow her when I can. And I think I saw him there.
Oh, I thought I was muted.
I tell you what, Justin Anderson's talking about Minnesota's hospitals, and yeah, they got some great. The Mayo, any hospital that's attached to the Mayo Clinic is awesome. But I'll tell you what, I don't care. Anybody in the world, they can brag about all the hospitals out there. But I'll tell you what, anything goes wrong with my ticker, I'm going to Sacred Heart in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Them people, they got me in there. I wasn't there.
Huh?
I wasn't there 45 minutes, and they were prepping me for open heart surgery. They said, we're going to get you in right away. They said, we don't even want to take the risk. We would usually hold you for a 24-hour observation and blah, 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 and get you do all the pre-op and all that. But no, we're going to get you in there ASAP. So within 45 minutes, they're prepping me for surgery.
Mm-hmm.
I managed to get them to hold back for 2 hours so I could have some family get there. And when they told me, they said, you need to plan on 7 to 12 days before we're going to release you if surgery goes well. I said, okay, whatever, do whatever. I thought I was dying anyway. I thought, well, I ain't going to be here those days anyway.
I thought that was it, huh?
I thought that was it. I thought, well, at least I'm going to go while I'm under. They're going to put me under. I'm going to go while I'm under.
And then you woke up.
Then I woke up and got in an argument with two nurses that were they're talking one in each ear, and they pulled the respirator, removed the respirator, and I couldn't breathe, man. It hurt so freaking bad. I took one breath and I thought my whole chest was going to explode.
Wow.
So I held my breath and I started blacking out, and it felt so comfortable. I didn't feel pain, nothing.
Yeah.
It was just drifting off. And these nurses are yelling at me, Sty, you have to breathe. You have to breathe. Sty, you have to breathe. And then I take another breath, and oh my God, all that pain will come back, and it's just unbearable. And
All right, I'm going to jump off here, gentlemen.
you have a good night there, buddy.
Stop taking naps. When you come on, I'm taking a nap. Is when you come on, and I need to stop taking those naps so long. But they feel good.
That's it. Right. My ex-wife, that was one of her favorite hobbies, napping. And
Oh yeah.
she said, "Don't bitch about my napping." I said, "Why not? That's it. You're doing it all the time." She goes, "You're doing your hobbies all the time." I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Napping is a hobby of mine." And she says, "And I do it very well. So just leave me alone." Yeah. Oh, it's a habit. I guess I can't. Yeah.
Hey, Mike. Take care, Mike. Phil, take it easy, everybody.
Easy, Mojo.
Yeah. All right. Bye-bye.
Be good.
Yeah. Yeah. Mojo's great.
Who was that guy?
Yeah, who's that guy? Where have we seen him before? Oh God, with my eating problems, and I watch him when he's cooking. I just, God damn it! Oh, I want to eat so bad when he's cooking. Oh, I would just love to be living next door to him, man.
All
He'd
right.
be chasing he'd get a restraining order, I bet you. Yeah. Keep that old bastard off my place.
So you're laying in the hospital bed. It doesn't hurt. To stop breathing, it doesn't hurt. The girls are yelling in your ears, "Breathe, Sty, breathe." You take a deep breath, and it hurts again.
You know what got me beyond that was one of those gals said, and she didn't think they didn't think I was actually listening to them. And she said to the other gal, she said, "We lose him, and we both could lose our jobs." I felt so much guilt. I felt so much guilt. I thought, my pain, if I can get beyond this, those gals, their jobs are secure and they're trying their best, So I gave it a little extra effort and I got through it all right. And when I mentioned to this other nurse what I had heard the one nurse say, and she mentioned it to her, and she come in there, "You weren't supposed to hear that," she said. "You weren't supposed to hear that." Oh well. I feel
Granny.
strange.
And the worst part
Kind of upside down. Yeah.
See?
Yep. Throwing it upside down. Your fuckers don't work. Yeah, you get that upside down shit going on. What the hell?
Is that a fan
Yeah.
for a computer?
Oh my God.
No wonder that fucker stopped working.
No kidding.
Smell like cigarette.
They have a volcano eruption. It she tastes like cigarettes.
Yeah.
My machines, I pulled the screws that hold the covers off, and those are in a little container sitting over here on the shelf. Because once a week I slide the covers off my machines, blow them up completely out, and vacuum them out, pop them back together. They're so nasty. Look at that shit. Oh,
gross.
Nasty.
He says it smells like cigarettes, huh?
Smell like cigarettes.
Damn.
It smelled like cigarettes. See, that's the thing is my machines, about once every 3 months I get in there and I use alcohol swabs and I clean the fans off.
Roll it up and smoke it.
I gave it to you.
No, I didn't want it.
Just think of that nasty shit. Just what all that could be. I mean, oh my God, there's dead skin and there's nicotine and tar in there, and ay.
Should have left it on there for more weight.
Exactly.
That's it. You could have gotten paid for that shit.
A tenth of an ounce you just lost right there.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm broke.
That's why you broke?
I'm out, yeah. Big time. I haven't made a penny this month.
No?
No. Spent money.
Haven't gone to cash anything in?
No,
That's the way that's
prices are down, and I was gonna go to Ohio tomorrow, but all that snow they got, I put that on hold till maybe next Friday. So.
Yeah, no need in taking a chance.
Mm-mm.
Running Water sent,
One little
sent
mishap. There goes your profit.
Running Water sent me a video clip on Facebook today.
You ain't getting
Some
that.
gal had a phone going on the dash of her truck. She's driving over the road truck. And icy damn roads. I think she was in Kansas. And she's driving down that highway, and you're looking out over the hood of the truck, and then you can see this patch of packed icy snow, and all of a sudden you see that front end doing this number, and then you hear her go, "Oh fuck!" and that truck starts, it's going back, and there she goes, jackknifes around, and she comes sliding into the ditch. It caught all on dash cam, and I thought, whoa, 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 shit! You watch it, you're just like, oh no. Yeah, like Running Water says, there are days when you're better off just parking. Just let those roads clear up.
Well, those big rigs, once those things start sliding, there's no getting control of those things again.
No,
They're done.
no. And we were talking about it. And he agreed, and because when I was in the industry, hauling, that at that time, 80% of all jackknives involved a fully loaded truck.
Ooh.
And that's because you've got an 80,000 pound truck. Well, 60,000 pounds of that's back there. And you're managing all of that with that little tractor up front. When that thing starts to move, that 60,000 pounds is pushing that tiny little 20,000 pounds down the road like it ain't even there. And you just can't.
You're done.
9 out of 10 times when that truck, once it gets more than 15 degrees off and you're moving over 40 miles an hour, there's no bringing it back. You might bring it back, but it's going to do a full swing to the other side. It's just the inertia, it's going to jackknife you.
It's funny because I was actually watching stuff like that before I came up here.
Oh yeah?
No, at work, not here, but at work. I was watching those things today, and it was just like, you could see them. It was all what was it? Yeah, but a lot of them were truck drivers with dash cams.
Yeah,
a lot of them were truck drivers with dash cams. There's a lot of countries people have dash cams. It's just
run them constantly.
I know Crazy Ann, has a dash cam.
Yeah,
but a lot of them have dash cams, and that's just that's part of what they do. But I've often thought about taking and getting one. I've never saw much of anything happen in front of me, but that one time, there might be that viral video.
That's it. You just don't know. Yeah, that's. You might take 100 hours of dash cam video to catch a 15-second pileup that's priceless.
There's been plenty of times I've had to slam on my brakes for deer, and that'd have been something that'd be like, "Ooh, wow!" That's like a 2-second thing, but your heart jumps up in your throat. You're like, "Holy shit!"
Oh God! When I hit that one deer with the wife's new Cadillac, holy shit! I come up flying down a snowy ass highway. I mean, you can tell where the road is, but it's snow covered. I'm doing 65, middle of the night, 2:00 in the morning, heading home. All of a sudden, there's a whole freaking herd of deer standing in the middle of the road, and I went through that herd like doing a slalom down a ski hill. I went through that herd, never hit one of them freaking deer, come out the other end, and I'm like, holy shit, I missed them. And there's a big son of a bitch standing right there in the middle of the lane. I couldn't get around her and hit her on the passenger side front end. And she come right over and slid down the hood and right up the windshield and out the ass end. I thought she was taking the windshield out, but on dash cam, that would have been to die for.
Yeah.
Weaving through those deer and then plowing into one lone deer about 50 yards, maybe 100 yards beyond that herd. The lone deer got me. The big herd didn't. That would have been price. I think about that, and I think, God, if I had the footage of that son of a bitch. it all happened in probably about 15, 20 seconds. But oh my God, that would have been so awesome on the dash. And to see that deer roll up over the hood and up over the windshield. And the thing is that the deer it wasn't a bloody thing, So it would have been footage that I wouldn't have had people going, "Oh my God, that was
Can't believe you
gross."
shared that, right?
Yeah. It would have been, wow, at least there wasn't guts or nothing, Yeah.
What the hell is Mike doing down there? He's taking off all the back parts.
He sure can tear that shit apart, man.
He's done it a few million times, so.
Yeah, he's gotten to be an ace at it. He's just an ace at it.
So with the scraper on the backside of that, were you just taking all the solder off so you just peel all the components off? Fucker, asshole.
Yeah, when you start asking him questions, he's the hell out of here.
Like, fuck you, man.
What was the question? I didn't hear you.
When you had a scraper on the back of the board, are you just taking all the solder off so all the components come off the other side?
No, these are stupid boards. Like, motherboard is usually smooth on the bottom.
Yeah.
To have that little, there's like a little plug. So I just take that off so it sits flat in the tote.
Oh, okay.
So it ain't all wobbly.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have to take it off, but I do.
Just taking the wobble out of it.
Taking a weeble. Yeah.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Anything else you need to know?
No. I just thought it was, watching it sometimes is interesting. It's like watching. Someone was asking the other day. Running Water Monday night was up on the panel with me, and one of the guys was asking, "I was like, no, that's just he's chatting while he's going down the road." I said, a lot of people like watching that,
I thought it was funny when he pulled in that truck stop. He just got out, moved that damn sign out of his way, and pulled in. And
Yep.
I asked, "Is Running Water stealing a sign?"
Yeah. Believe it or not, I was able to catch that. I was able to watch a little bit of it, and I caught that when he pulled into that truck stop. And that's something they didn't have. Hey, Hoyt, good to see you. They didn't have. You couldn't call ahead and reserve a parking space like they can now.
Mm-hmm.
Running Water does that everywhere he goes. Boy, he just gets on the phone, calls ahead, and reserves parking space, pays for it online. He gets there, and they'll have it marked for him like that. And he just pulls up, moves the sign, puts his truck in that slot.
They got to pay for those?
Oh, yeah. If you're going to reserve a site, you got to pay for it.
Reserve a site, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they got they still got non-reservable slots. But you never know. If you're not in there early, you ain't getting one. And the reason they came up with this whole reserving thing is because these truck stops would load up so fast and they get in fights and all kinds of bullshit. Boy. And there were carriers that were like, no, we need somewhere for our drivers to stay. We want a guaranteed spot for them. So they come up with the reservation programs.
Yeah. But most of those like rest stops and whatnot that are on the side of the everyone, those guys are sitting there for free.
Yeah.
Right.
And when I drove, we parked for free at the truck stops too. You just had to plan and make sure you got in one so that you got a slot somewhere.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they've been doing that for quite a while there, Justin. Yeah, I know for the last several years he's been doing it. Reserving his his parking spots. Yeah.
What's that run him though?
It's not that bad. I don't. The most expensive I think I've heard of is $40.
Okay.
But usually they're like
good
20. They're like $20 or something like that.
I guess if they got good Wi-Fi and there's a good place there to eat and everything else,
yeah.
I mean, it'd benefit him, if they get
right.
So,
well, like Running Water said, 9 out of 10 places he parks. Oh yeah, here comes Red Lobster. Here comes this. Here comes that. He has everything brought to him by Uber, or they deliver right to the trucks. He gets. he's been eating food. I'm going, you can't get that shit unless you go to the restaurant. He goes, oh, yes, you can. He says they'll package it up and send it to you through Uber right to your truck. He says, you're damn right. He says, you're paying for it online so they know it's safe, that, you know, you're going to be there, because you ain't going to pay for it and not be parked there, you know.
Right.
And so I don't feel sorry for him as far as eating goes. You know, there's been a couple of times. What was it? It was Thanksgiving. He got screwed. Truck stop he ended up at. They always had a big Thanksgiving buffet. They closed the damn restaurant early that day. No Thanksgiving type food at all at that truck stop anywhere. So he had to order something delivered to the truck stop that was far from Thanksgiving kind of dinner. And he's used to every year getting to one of these nice big truck stops where he can go in and they'll have a big Thanksgiving buffet with turkey, all the fixings, turkey and ham.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah. That was one thing I do miss about being on the road, is some of the truck stops were pretty damn good for the truckers. You know, they took good care of us drivers.
That's where the truckers will stop then, right? So,
yeah. And some of them catered to the tourists, and boy, did they catch hell from the truckers, man. There ain't nothing you hate more than being an over-the-road trucker. You pull in and you fight. You finally find a place to park, and you get inside, and you're waiting a half an hour to get to a checkout clerk because you got all these tourist families and shit in the place. You go in the restaurant, you can't find anywhere to sit. You got tourists sitting in the truckers only booths. I don't know if folks that haven't done a lot of truck stops, 90% of the truck stops have a whole section of booths and tables, truckers only. You got to be driving a big rig to sit there. But these tourists will come in, they'll plop on them tables, and they'll fight with the waiters, wait staff, you know, the waitresses. No, we're not moving. There's no tables available. We're going to sit here, and they'll let them. And truckers come in, and they've been pounding pavement for 10 hours. They come in, they just want to sit down and have the first meal they've had in the last 15 hours, and nowhere to sit. And I love it when truck stops say, "No, you ain't sitting at that table. Get the hell out. We're not taking your order there. You get out of there. That's for truckers." Well, there ain't no truckers here. There may be. You know, it either sits empty or it's got a trucker sitting at it. You know, I like that. And
that's good. I mean, you got to reserve those things. So, again, you're gearing your business towards those people. You got places for non-truckers to sit, even if it happens to be full. Yeah, I mean, you got to do that. Yeah, that's your business. You do have to pay attention to what's going on in order to make it one way or another and do it that way. You know, you just can't. Yeah.
I remember one time in Pennsylvania, I pulled into a truck stop, fueled up. I mean, I was running on fumes when I creeped in there, and fueled up. I go in. I'm going to pay for my fuel, park the truck, and because I bought so much fuel, I get free shower and something else went with it. So I would go park the rig, come in, get a good shower, get all freshened up. And I walk in, and right in front of me there at the checkout counter, there's some guy and his wife, I think she was. And he says to her something or other, we should grab something. And she goes, well, let's grab it. And he turns around to me, he says, you want to hold my spot? I'll be right back. And I go, I am holding your spot. He runs off with his wife, and they get whatever they want, and they come back, and he tries to get. I said, whoa, I said I'm not holding your spot, man. And I already had someone else now behind me. I said, get to the end of the line, man. And he goes, he says, I just put $85 worth of fuel in my rig out there. And I've got another $25 worth of stuff I'm buying. He says, I'm not getting out of line for you. I said, well, you can kiss my rosy red ass. I said, I just spent $642 on fucking fuel out there. You goddamn give me your $85 bullshit. I don't want to hear it. This is a truck stop, you dumb son of a bitch. Why didn't you go stop at 7-Eleven, you prick? I mean, give a trucker bullshit in a truck stop. Don't do it. Don't do it, folks. They are the mainstay, man. They're in there putting anywhere from 200 to close to $1,000 in those fuel tanks when they stop. They're not in there. You filling up your 3/4 ton or 1 ton camper, pulling a big boat behind it. That's chump change what you're putting in your rig compared to what these guys are putting in their rigs all the time. And that's the bread and butter of those truck stops. I mean, yeah. Hey, get her done, Granny says, is my rig big enough? I know Sally is awful long when I gotta turn her around in the driveway. Yeah, Sally's pretty close to being, she's pretty close to qualifying for a truck. Yeah, I mean for a big truck. Yeah. I'm still so relieved that Sally survived the fire, man. Got a little scorched, but she survived. I'll never forget when you got that on how happy and proud you were. Get that old camera out, show off Sally. Yeah. It is a lot worse in the snow. Yeah, vans are, yeah. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I find. Yep. He had to have plastic surgery. True, though. True. Yeah. There were plastic parts that definitely needed surgery. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if I wouldn't have been married at the time I went into trucking, I think I would have ended up like running water and just that would have been my career, I think. I really did like it on the road.
I mean, it's gonna be an awkward thing to be a truck driver and be married.
Yeah, it was a little off. It was a little off. Boy, I tell you what, one thing I won't forget. Thank God for cell phones nowadays. I can keep track of running water. Him and I chat all the time, keep in touch with each other. Back when I was driving, my first solid month out on the road, I was out for 3 months. It was like an icebreaker. Go out there, pound it for 3 months. And after that, I was usually out 3 to 4 weeks at a time. But that first month, the ex-wife wanted me to call every day. Well, then the 2 months after that, she got used to me calling her a couple times a week because we got that first month's phone bill. It was $680 because it was all landline.
Sure.
It was all landline. So I had to call long distance, collect. And she couldn't call me. So I had to call her long distance, collect all the time. And almost $700 just for us to talk to each other each day. Said that shit ain't happening.
Right.
That shit ain't happening. So we weren't, it's got to be a little bit easier now that you can at least stay in touch. And Running Water's got his laptop right there. He's got the truck computer, his own personal laptop. He's got so much accessibility, social media, everything. Don't forget
Bean. He got Bean too. Bean's his co-pilot.
Bean's in charge, man. we know who's running the show there. Bean is such a character. That dog, I tell you, he is such a character.
I like the Facebook post that he puts up there for Bean. It's funny as hell.
Oh shit! Bean's got 1,000 followers over there, and Running Water's got what 150 or something.
Yeah, I don't follow Running Water, but I got Bean.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
No shit. Yeah, I had someone ask me, why do you always give Bean a big heart or a thumbs up every post on Facebook when you hardly do anything for Running Water? I said, who's paying attention to his ass? I'm watching Bean. And then he'll post something on his Facebook and Bean's, right? About Bean. And I'll go to both and give him hearts. Even on his own Facebook page, I'll give Bean a heart, but I don't pay no attention to his other shit. But I'll tell you what, that Bean is like a freaking boulder with legs. That thing he is solid as a rock. And he jumps up, and he's got small paws. He jumps up. You do not want him in your lap, man. That hurts, man. That hurts. And you don't want him to jump up and spin around to lay down or sit down next to you. He hits you with his ass, and it's like a man with a big fist punching you right in the ribs. That dog is just solid as a damn rock. There's no fat on that dog at all. It's all solid muscle.
Well, listen, Sty, I'm going to get out.
Rain Dancer, you going to cut out?
Man. Yeah, I got to work tomorrow, and it's either way. I got to get out. So
I understand. It's a weeknight for you, work night.
So,
and hey, you're a champ.
Thanks for having me out.
Hey, no, thank you for being here, bud.
So
thank you.
Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you during the weekend at some point, someplace, sometime. I'll be around. So
yeah, we'll be watching for you.
Keep it spicy.
Keep it spicy. Yeah. Rain Dancer, it is so good to see you, even though you're a little bit late. Yeah. Yeah, we'll probably wrap this up in about 15 minutes. Rain Dancer, my mom lived in Canada. I lived here. $300 phone bills. Yeah. Ouch. Yeah, them phone bills were nuts back in the day. You know, I tried one of these. I don't know if you ever tried one, Mike, but I got brave. And it was because of my work. I got brave. And I got a satellite phone.
Oh.
And I told my kids, don't call me, man, on that satellite phone. Don't do it. This is for when I'm on the road. Don't call me. Well, that first phone bill that I got on that satellite phone, they found out why they can't call me. I was in some locations, they were charging me $6 a minute.
Wow.
But I could call, I could call from Pikes Peak, you know.
Right.
It didn't matter where the hell you were in the world, you were able to call. But they charged you, man. Boy, they charge you. Usually it's $2.60 a minute, but I paid as high as $6 a minute. And my damn kids call me. Oh, what do you want? And the kid would say, Mom won't let me do this or that. Will you tell her to let me do this or that? You go to hell, you little shit. You're lucky I'm not at home. It just cost me $12 to tell you to do what your mother tells you to do. Oh, you little monster. Call this damn phone with your whining about mom this, mom that. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to pay to hear it. That's for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Cell phones sure kick the shit out of the phone bill. So. I didn't. With cell phones, I just never did expect that they come up with cell phones are going to cost you $1,000, you know. $1,000 for a telephone.
Or more.
Yeah, or more. Yeah. I've seen up to $1,800, someone that paid $1,800.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
For what? Camera?
Yeah. Well, that's it, is their phone has 3 or 4 cameras on it. And, you know, sure, it's all high tech, high end, does everything. But still, For that $1,800, you buy yourself a hell of a computer system to do that shit.
Oh yeah.
But
Well, those are all done.
ta-da! That's a big board.
Yeah, it's out of a server. A big server. I got about, I don't know, 10 of these things.
Boy, the servers that the last tribe I was with that we had, those devils, man, we had 6 of them there. And each one of those damn things weighed 320 pounds. Each one of them had 12 big swap drives in them. God, they were huge.
That's a $20 bill, and I got 10 or 15 of these.
Oh, yeah.
$20 a piece. And then the smaller ones, they're like $10 a piece.
Huh.
So I got probably $1,300 in just server boards outside, ready to
Oh,
go.
wow.
Ready to go. I got $1,200 in laptops ready to go. One pile anyway. So I want to do about a $4,000 or $5,000 run. Oh, got 2 more baby ones.
Do I accept a collect call from anybody? No, I don't accept any kind of collect call. If I got to pay for the call, now, if you can't call me without it being where I got to pay to talk to you, forget it, man. You're calling the wrong guy. I ain't paying to talk to you. That's why I tell everybody in the family and acquaintances, don't get your ass put in jail.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
I'm not taking any jail calls. I'm not paying for those. My youngest boy had to sit out a little bit of time, and I got him down to, I told him, I said, hey, he had to serve, he was supposed to serve 6 months, ended up serving 3, but I told him after the first couple of weeks, I told him, no, you get to call home twice a month. That's it. That's it. Well, what if I really need to talk to you? You save it until you get your once a month phone call, because you are not doing that. Yeah. Collect calls from the jailhouse aren't cheap. Yeah, I don't accept any collect calls at all. I figured they got so many ways to reach me. You know, if you can't find a way to get a hold of me at no cost, then you're just not even trying. That's
options are limited when you're in jail.
what's that?
Your options are limited when you're in jail trying to get a hold of somebody.
Oh yeah, there ain't no calling out unless you use their system, and they're going to charge you.
Here, you need some memory?
Hey,
A few pounds.
you ought to take that to the Alzheimer's clinic.
$366.
Oh boy!
It's $22 a pound.
Wow.
As long as gold stays up. That's why I want to. Gold's been up and down, up and down.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Been slinking in. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Just keep doing it, right?
I guess.
Oh yeah. I've got tomorrow night stream, Sty Times, then I got a day off. Like I was saying real early in this stream. Saturday, don't try to reach me, ain't happening. Yeah. I'm not even turning. I told Running Water, I said, if you have a wreck or something out on the road, let me know on Sunday. Because I'm shutting everything off, even my phone tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, Saturday. I got to get some work done in this house. I got to get this crap done. I'm tired of this unmoving. I'm sick of it. And whatever, at the end of the day, Saturday, whatever hasn't found a place or a home, I'm going to find a corner in the frickin' attic for that shit. I'm done. I'm done with this shit. I don't ever want to move again, ever. If I move again, it'll be with the adventure trailer. It's going to have everything I need to survive in it and be comfortable. All the rest of my shit staying right where it's at. Running water. If he wants to move somebody in here that has nothing, he could move a homeless person in here and say, "Hey, there you go. Everything's here," because I won't give a shit. Yeah, yard sale. That's. Oh man, if I were to yard sale everything, I'd have to run a 2-month yard sale to get rid of all this shit. My yard sale is going to be insane. I'm going to have so many free boxes of shit. Just take it. Just take that box full of shit. I used to do that at auctions when they'd have those big miscellaneous boxes of shit. It's just a big miscellaneous box. There's all kinds of different shit in this box. What are the bids on it? And I'd bid on that shit, and I'd end up taking these boxes full of miscellaneous shit home. And I keep 1 or 2 items, and all the rest of that shit we put in our own yard sale, just to get rid of it. Justin said, "I'll be there." Yeah.
I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. It's early, but I'm feeling tired. I've been staying up pretty damn late, between midnight and 3 o'clock. But I've been doing like you, man. I'll sleep till anywhere between 10, 10:30, all the way out till noon. I'll wake up and I'll go, yeah, it's so damn light out. It's got to be close to noon, and I'll roll over, look at the clock, and I'll go, oh, kiss off. I'm going back to sleep, and fall back to sleep for another hour.
Yeah.
But I sleep for like an hour or 2, and then I wake up, and I slowly fall back to sleep an hour or 2. Yeah, it's weird.
I changed my work hours, because I used to do like 9 to 6. Now I do 3 to 11. I'm on the afternoon shift now, because I can't get up, and it takes me like 2 hours just to get going. In the morning, it's just like,
Yeah.
I can't jump up and do it like I used to.
Isn't that a bitch? I mean,
So it sucks.
yeah,
Everything freaking hurts, so it takes an hour just to get everything moving. And
moving. Yeah, that's me in the morning too. If someone were to watch me in the morning, I'm just dragging my ass from one room to the other just to fix coffee in the morning. It's just like a fucking chore.
Yep.
And taking a shower is just, oh, what a bitch. I mean, and showers used to wake me up. Now I take a nice hot shower in the morning, and it's like, oh shit, I could go back to bed, man.
Yep.
But I hate it. I'm sure you're feeling that way. You just feel like this ain't me. This just ain't me.
it sucks.
Oh yeah, when Justin had COVID, he was in October. He could sleep all day. Still,
Not me. Didn't help me in that department at all.
yeah, I've known a couple of people that had the virus that said that they couldn't get any sleep. That they couldn't get comfortable enough to breathe well enough to sleep. They were coughing and hacking, or else they just had that respiratory distress, and they couldn't sleep. They couldn't relax. That's a bummer. I have that issue with my CPAP because I wear the nose type, because I can't, of course, with the beard, wear a mask. So, but when I breathe through my sinuses hurt. It hurts to breathe through them. through my nose. It stings like especially with the CPAP. So it's anytime something's affecting your breathing, you don't sleep good. Yeah. Well, guys, I think we're gonna wrap her up. We've been going 2.5 hours, and I've got a 1 hour stream tomorrow night, but I got a busy day tomorrow on top of that stream. So I get that these 2 months just, boy, talk about strapped. Holy shit. I'm in a fight with Spectrum, with Charter, because I got rid of their service moving here. Well, now they just billed me $120 on top of what I owed them for the last month. So I got to pay them $200. And I'm looking at it, and it's for the fucking equipment. Well, they haven't received it yet. They'll have that equipment by Monday. But so now and they're screaming, you got to pay it, got to pay it. Well, once I see you credit my equipment off of that billing statement, then I'll pay it.
Right.
I'm not going to pay you for that equipment and then expect you to reimburse me. No, I ain't doing it.
Which if they do, will take forever.
That's it. It'll take them forever. And I'm not dealing with them. I'm just not dealing with them. And then on top of it, then on the 1st of the month, I got to pay my truck registration. That's another $100 for that. Register that damn truck. And none of it, I did some bad planning, and none of it I realized was written in my budget. So I wrote that shit in my budget. And then my budget took 2 big hits. I've got a loan that's coming out of my Social Security. And I get hit next month. I'm glad it's a little bit shorter of a month. That helped a little. Then I get hit with $170 for my Medicare. And ouch. Boom, 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 boom. Life goes on. Life goes on. Thank God I don't eat so much anymore.
Yeah, good thing you got worms.
That's it. Good thing I've got them worms. Someone said that usually if a human has worms, they're craving food all the time, that they're always hungry. Well, I must not have worms. And
That's my problem then.
And that's what the cancer doctor was telling me about. Cancer that is kind of feeding off of your system. You feel hungry all the time. You feel like you can't feed yourself enough, but you keep shedding weight. And I said that in itself is the problem. I don't have this huge appetite. I don't crave food. I have to consciously say, oh, eat something. You have to eat, because I don't feel hungry. I never feel like I'm short on food. So it's weird. I hope they can figure out what the hell is going on. It's kind of weird. I can't keep losing freaking weight, man. 157 freaking pounds. I have, like I said, I haven't. When I was 12, I was 157 pounds, and I was 5'10". I was 5'10" at the time, and I never went below that. I just kept gaining from there and getting taller and gaining weight, and so it's weird. I'm regressing. I should see how tall I am. Maybe I'm getting short again.
Maybe.
Shit.
They say you get short when you get older.
If I'm 5'10" and I'm 157 pounds, well, then I guess it'd be okay, because I'd be the same size I was when I was 12. So, That's the part of me that's hard to accept. Is I've lost my stamina, and my energy. I just don't have the ambition and the energy.
I don't have the energy.
And I hate that about myself. I just, I feel guilty about it all the time. Because it's not that I'm not getting things done for other people. It's that I'm not getting things done for myself. And it's just, yeah. I'd rather be. I don't give a shit if I'm fat or skinny. I'd just rather be lazy. That's the way I feel.
Need
Yeah.
some ice cream.
Yeah, that's where I'm heading next. Is I'm going to go have my daily ice cream.
Not me.
Yeah, I got to eat some of them fatty foods that Justin's talking about.
All right.
Okay, buddy, let's wrap her up, and I'm going to do the old coon dance out of here. That's what I typically do on a campfire. So,
Yep. Good night, everybody.
you have a good one, bud. Everybody out in the chat, thanks for being here. You all take care of yourselves, and we'll see you either tomorrow night or Sunday night.
Take it easy.
Bye, everybody.